Hey guys, it's me, Dark2000W here today with another segment of Update and News. Now, I know a whole lot of people don't really watch Update and News, but my channel isn't mainly made for necessarily entertaining, like, everyone, or, it isn't necessarily made for other people or whatever. It's mostly made for my hobby of filming. That's why I make these videos and films and movies. I make them for my hobby of filming. That's why I make them. I really don't necessarily make them just to entertain people, but, I used to make, back in my early days of filming, I used to make films and put them on CDs. I would have to burn them. It would take forever. It was a painful process, and I also wanted family and friends to see it, so I always thought YouTube would be a better place to put my videos on. And that's why I put my videos on YouTube and all my movies and films, because it's easier for friends and family to watch them. And it's also more accessible, and you don't have to pass out discs to people. And it's just overall way better platform to show your family and friends, and so on. So that's why I made this channel, for my hobby and for, my family and friends to see it more easily. But I also was curious, what other people would think about it and so on. Even though it wasn't mainly necessarily made for other people, to watch it, because, just my hobby of filming. I also was curious, hey, if other people like it, it'd be interesting to put them on YouTube just to see if other people like them too. And that's why I put some of my videos on YouTube too, just to see what other people think too, but it's mainly just because I like filming. But yeah, that's kind of why I put my videos on YouTube. And even though the update news videos, like I said, don't get that much views or whatever, it gets my ideas out there, and I have a bunch of ideas in my head about filming and all these projects, and it's just a good resource to kind of just get all my ideas out there and out of my head and kind of memorize and, so to say, and talk about it. Just healthy for me. But yeah, so enough chitter chatter. We'll begin talking about, what's coming out and what's expected. But I also want to say, I'm not making the movie reviews just because I'm running out of ideas. Like, some people may think that. No one's commented it or whatever. But you guys may think I'm just making the movie reviews because I'm running out of ideas or don't want to make my own films and movies anymore. No, it's just I really want to get my opinion out there and so on. Even though not many people watch it or whatever, I just like giving my own kind of critiquing of movies and all that. I just wanted to give movie reviewing a try, and I've always wanted to do it, so that's why I started doing those movie reviews. But it's not because I ran out of ideas and all that, because I've just been waiting for the right time to make all these films and movies, and they're finally going to be starting here in like May and June and so on, and for the summer. So no worries there. And now let's get into what's coming out. So Shoot 'em Up 3, I'm hoping can come out sometime around May, but May is a busy month because it's the end of school and it's hectic and finals and a bunch of projects, annoying, and it's very stupid. I just hate all the craziness at school at the end in May, pretty much, because it's the end of the school year. It's just tedious and ugh. But I'll try my best to get Shoot 'em Up 3 out in May, and if it can't come out in May, I'll probably try sometime in the summer. And if I don't get it done in the summer, I'll be just so confused, because how can I not get it done over like a period of 3 to 2 months or so? Crazy. But yep, I'll try my best to get Shoot 'em Up 3 down in May, because I really want to do it. And if it's not done there, it'll probably be done in June or sometime in summer. Kind of hard to tell. But you'll probably see some new cast members in it maybe, because before I start filming, I kind of want to have some friends over before I start my filming kind of thing again. My whole kind of all my films and all that coming out, my kind of pattern of films and all that. So before I begin, filming, I want to kind of have some of my friends over, like the ones I haven't really had over for quite a bit, because when I was filming The Keeper and all that, it was really busy. I had to film every month, and it didn't really give other people a whole opportunity to come along, because you need kind of a strict kind of cast, like, you'd always need these two people or those people, and you can't just have, more friends over next weekend when you just had friends over. So it was really hectic, monthly, and I never really got a chance to invite most of my other friends over that I haven't had over to my house yet. And I want to invite some of my friends over that I haven't had over to my house that much, and some of my friends that haven't even gotten a chance to come over to my house yet, and hang out with them because the keeper kind of blocked me from doing that. It stopped me because it was pretty much monthly and really hectic. So I'm just gonna hang out with them and so on, and maybe see if they want to get involved with filming with me. And if they don't, if not, I'm fine with them not wanting to film with me. That's totally normal. And if some of them do, that would be awesome. And I would try to make Shoot 'Em Up one of the first films they could appear in. So if there's any new cast members in Shoot 'Em Up, that's because I think Shoot 'Em Up would be just a great film to introduce some of my newer friends, and some of my friends never got a chance to come over to filming if they wanna, if they wanna begin filming with me. If they want to begin filming with me and so on, that'd be a good film to introduce them to my filming hobby and so on. So, yep, just want to have some friends over and kind of hang out. And, there's not going to be probably as much films a whole lot anymore. It's not going to be like weekly or so a lot. It's not going to be weekly and monthly, or maybe like, there's not going to be like a whole lot of films coming out like a lot in the summer or whatever, because in the summer I want to have a perfect balance between filmmaking and having friends over, because that was always a problem when filming The Keeper, because it was always monthly. So, I'm going to have a perfect balance between that, so I feel healthy and not, always just going crazy and worrying over stuff and having to plan a whole lot. But yeah, I'm going to have a perfect balance between that because I want to hang out with my friends. But yeah, so Shoot 'Em Up 3 will come out maybe sometime in May and so on. New cast members will probably appear in that. The next film or whatever will begin around June. It'll be the kind of like when I'm filming it. It's going to be one of my biggest projects yet. It's going to be a movie about King Kong. I was trying to make a King Kong movie last year. I was getting hyped for the Kong movie and so on, and I'm a big giant monster fan, big Kaiju fan. And I was trying to make it and so on, but, summer was just leaving me, and that gets kind of hard because I needed certain destinations and areas, but that could not happen in autumn and the beginning of the school year because it was pretty much just all going away to opportunities for it. So now I'm going to begin it filming in like June as soon as possible, and it might take up the whole month because I really want to make it good. This will be my biggest film yet in terms of like places to go and setting and so on. I'm going to go to my state park to film some shots there. I'm going to go on a river to get some shots there of the film and so on. It's basically just going to be all around a big film because there'll be a lot of destinations and so on. And yeah, it's basically a film about King Kong. I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot now because I'm still getting the ideas for it. And it'll involve, some miniatures, kind of the classic giant monster kind of suits, how some actors in giant monster movies were wearing suits. So it'll be a mixture of certain effects and so on, and it'll be one of my big films because of all the destinations and so on to go to, and hopefully it'll turn out good, but it'll take maybe quite a few weeks to film and so on. But hopefully it'll be awesome to make. And, in the summer there may be some kind of reviews coming out about a certain character called the Nerdy Reviewer. I may try doing this character. If people don't really like the character or are giving me constructive criticism, may I add, that the character is just kind of annoying, which the character is intended to be annoying, but if they say that it's just not fun or just really or they don't really like it, they just really don't like the character, in the reviews. Basically what I'm talking about is I'm making a character called the Nerdy Reviewer. He'll review movies and games, and I'm a big fan of Nostalgia Critic and Angry Video Game Nerd, and I've always wanted to make my kind of like these reviewer channels where they have a character that has their own persona and they review certain content and so on. I want to make that because it makes reviews more interesting. I'll still do my own reviews with my own opinion, but this character will have a different opinion and so on. And the videos will include, like the characters in the film or game coming to life or whatever, and it'll just be a fun time all around. And I'm still designing the character, and I really want the character to be original. Of course, he's a nerd, and I don't want to copy any of the nerd personas and all that. So I'm really gonna try to make the character original and look like he was not copied off a Nostalgia Critic or the Angry Video Game Nerd. So I'm still working on his persona and so on. Still editing him, thinking of the ideas he should review, because the stuff that he reviews, movies and games, it has to have a lot of content, like a jokeable content and stuff to happen. And I'm still thinking of his persona, and I tried filming it this weekend, an episode, but it was kind of hard to make, and it requires you wouldn't expect script writing for a review. His kind of does need script writing for the review, so those will maybe come out in the summer. Definitely like a review or two may come out in the summer, and I'll try to work on the character and see if there's anything. So if any of you guys don't like the nerdy reviewer character when it comes out and so on, or do kind of like it but think there's quite a bit of something wrong with it, just give me criticism, because I'm fine with criticism and so on. So I am going to try out the nerdy reviewer character and see how it goes. Try to make him original, because I don't want to copy anyone else's material. I don't want to copy the Angry Video Game Nerd or Nostalgia Critic. But yep, I'm going to try him, and I'll just see how it goes. If people really think it's terrible, then I won't do it. And yeah, I'm just going to see how it goes. But yeah, so after, the Kong movie, there will be some other films in the summer too. I'm kind of planning on making another Kaiju movie. Kind of like a shorter one, though. It'll have a giant robot, a giant monster. Still thinking about the story, but all I know is I'll have to go to a lake to film it, and it'll be pretty cool making the scenes. I'll get some GoPro shots and so on of it. GoPro shots will also be in the Kong movie too, and it'll just be a blast making that film too, because there'll be a bunch of practical effects and so on. The Kong movie and this Kaiju versus giant robot film, they'll both have some practical effects and so on, and it will just be a blast, I hope. And the Kaiju versus giant robot film will also be shorter than the Kong one and more simplistic, but also really cool at the same time. And then later on this summer, I want to make a horror film that I never really got the chance to. I teased it, I think, last year, and it was called Merciful. I want to make that and get it done in this summer or in October. I may get it done this summer or October. Any which, I don't know, but I'm gonna try to get it done sometime, maybe in July, or I might just scrap it and do it in October. But yeah, I definitely want to get that out there sometime. And I also want to make another horror film that'll be pretty interesting, pretty deep, pretty dark, and that may come out in August and so on. But who knows? August may just be a month of shoot 'em up and so on, and other films and other ideas I have. Some other films and ideas I just want to get out and so on. Some other simple films and so on. Maybe the Nerdy Reviewer episodes in that area. I don't know. August will just be what's going to be, maybe some shoot 'em up stuff, maybe some other kind of simple films I wanted to get out, maybe a new series starting, or maybe just me working on another big project. But pretty much the big project this summer is working on that Kong movie that I'm so kind of desperate to make. But my name is Rick2000W. That's kind of what's going on, and I'll see all you guys later.